Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 6th episode of the Game Lounge. I do apologize for the delay, just conflicting schedules and things of that nature, but it was worth the wait, I say. A couple of new news stories popped in while we was absent. Of course, you have your host, Rottz and Adkins.
What up?
And before we get started, we're gonna have a little Q&A. Yeah, sorry guys, we tried to get to this sooner, but again, conflicting schedules. First question comes from Mastery201. What do you guys think of a Marvel Knights movie? I think Marvel just got back the rights to Blade, Ghost Rider, Daredevil, and the Punisher.
Any of you guys wanna go first?
Honestly, I don't know too much about the Knights thing, so I mean, I like Blade and Ghost Rider, so I'm down for that.
In general, it's like another team up, and I don't have a problem with it. I just don't feel that they should make it a habit, because I already see people want a whole bunch of teams brought together after the Avengers and stuff. The Knights, I could see it happening. It would be epic if done right. I just feel that just maybe they shouldn't rush into it yet. Maybe they should establish some individual films first. I mean, if you're gonna do it like the Avengers on a smaller scale, you might as well do it like they did the Avengers. Get some individual movies going.
Right, maybe like a new Blade, a new Ghost Rider. Probably every character needs a new movie by now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need something to lead up into that movie, not just go all in on it.
Yeah,
because I promise if they try to introduce all four of them and develop them all in the same movie, it'll be such a clusterfuck.
Yeah.
Because they have to show Daredevil, how Daredevil ass went blind, Blade half fucking vampire and shit, the Ghost Rider, sold his soul to the devil. Like what? Like it's too much to compact in one movie, and that's another thing that makes making individual movies and bring them together that much more effective. That is drastically different stories, you know?
Right.
So that when they come together, you see how they kind of equal in to somebody else's crazy ass life and how they got to the same point.
Yeah. But do you think that movie would be able to compete against like the Avengers or somebody like that?
Not at all. But I think it'll be able to hold its own though. Now, I'm not gonna say it's gonna tank, but I honestly doubt that it would surpass the Avengers though. Well, but then again, that's just like the tier of the groups though. If you talking about Marvel, the top group is the Avengers, and then you got everybody else below them.
Exactly. So why make a movie of somebody below the Avengers? You know?
Yeah, I think you see the thing is people.
Do they have a fan base for it? Basically, is what I'm asking. Like I know people like these characters, but
they do. They have a solid fan base, and you know, in the comic book world, all these teams get equal time because you know it's easy to slap together a comic book is. But I think it's more so people want to see. If they seen one thing covered, they want to see almost everything. Like people at Marvel fans, everybody has a superhero that hasn't had a movie yet that they holding out will get one. Now that Marvel has shown just how far they're willing to go with this giant cinematic universe.
Right.
So now you got people that's not hiding behind mainstream characters, and now they want like little characters they know that aren't that popular. They want them to get some exposure now. Like I got kind of geeked when I heard they're gonna do a Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is a beast, dude.
Oh, definitely. I just hope they get the right actor to play as him. So they want what's his name to play Doctor Strange? Great. I cannot think of his name for the life of me right now.
Does he play?
He was basically Robin from The Dark Knight Rises or Return.
Oh my God!
That guy. Yeah, they want
him. He needs to never touch another superhero in his life. Fuck him, man.
I have the same feeling. I do not like him as an actor. He's just a terrible actor in my opinion. He's just bad. And I like Doctor Strange. I don't want him to ruin that character for me in the big screen.
It's like I'd rather accept the original idea they had for Doctor Strange than that movie. I think back in like 06, 07, the original idea was they wanted to like reboot him in more of like a punk rock magician. And
I could see that.
And they tried to get Chris Angel to play him, so he could add like the punk rock feel to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would have rather. I was actually on board for that. I was like, if they can reboot him right, so he doesn't look, because they would change his look. He wouldn't be like a Las Vegas magician, like had the appearance he gave off when he debuted. He looked like one of those Las Vegas magicians. He'd be like more like a street magician type of thing.
Yeah.
So I was on board with that, but who knows how they're gonna take it now? But no Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Fuck him.
I'm glad you got the name. But yeah, I hope they don't cast him as Doctor Strange. But I hope that answers your question. I mean, again, we know he's gonna kind of ramble off of it a little bit, but I'm pretty sure I think you got your answer. Hopefully.
Yeah. In general, if they do it, I'll be fine with it. But I'm not holding out because there's a bunch of other teams they might try and do before they get down to that. But then again, Marvel having all its character rights back. Well, is they trying to get them all back? Some of them I don't think they deserve to have back. Spider-Man. because I got a feeling like a certain character, Spider-Man, is gonna get killed off as soon as the ink is dry.
Damn.
So yeah, some people they don't deserve to have back, but they may do it, try to cash in on the Avengers, especially with this whole turmoil going on with the cast and shit, dude.
Alright, second question from the same guy. Do you think the Avengers 2 will be better than DC's World's Finest? And I'm assuming by World's Finest he means the upcoming Batman Superman movie.
Yeah, it's like the fans already gave it a name.
So it was bound to happen.
Yeah.
For me, I think I'll probably like the DC's World's Finest movie a lot better just because there's more chance for character development. Since this is going to be technically a sequel to Superman.
And that's the thing, people are calling it a crossover movie. It's not. Batman is in Superman's movie.
Right. So I think there's a better chance for character development and a more deeper story. Because let's face it, the Avengers 2 is going to be an action-packed.
Yeah.
They did the development. You know who they are. You know what they're about.
Exactly. They each have their own individual movies.
They all have their origin movies. It's now to the point where the theme of their movies now is holding their ground. If you look at it, they all the heroes been challenged to a point they never been challenged before individually.
Right.
They don't have each other in their individual movie. The new Thor trailer, you can see Thor. The shit is almost just as bad, if not as worse as it was in the Avengers. And Thor has to do that shit on his own.
Yep. So again, I'm not gonna say that Avengers 2 is gonna be bad because that's just blasphemy right there. But I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be a better overall movie.
In the action department, it's gonna be a lot better.
Oh,
but like you said in the story, it probably won't be.
Yeah, you're probably like, oh, hey.
Yeah,
they'll be like, oh, hey, you did this, blah blah blah. Oh shit, Ultron's attacking.
Yeah, because they already established their base. Now they're just going for straight up action.
Pretty much.
Exactly.
But that's gonna sell, of course.
Exactly.
So.
It's more or less it's the fun part now. They got the introductions out the way, and now they can have fun with it.
Right. And
they're already acknowledging that this is just gonna be there's gonna be a part 3, and I'm guessing part 3 is when we finally get down to Thanos. I have a theory about what I think will happen in Avengers 2. I don't know if we have time right now for me to lay it out there, but I have a theory. I know what might happen though.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go for it. I mean, it's part of the question.
All right, so my theory, I think, first of all, Ultron in the comics was made by Hank Pym, aka Ant-Man. Ant-Man is gonna join the universe after Avengers 2 comes out. Therefore, they can't introduce him in Avengers 2. And yet, Ultron's in the movie. Now, I'm thinking, have you guys seen Iron Man 3?
Yeah.
Alright, at the end of the movie, quick.
Yeah.
Alright, I think Stark had a contingency plan. But if he needed, or if the Avengers needed a Iron Man, I think he's gonna build Ultron as like an AI replacement. And I think the AI is gonna be so advanced that eventually, what happens when you get an AI that's so advanced, they start wondering why the fuck they taking orders.
Yep, on his own.
Exactly, and that's how I think. And pretty much, You know what? Even better, it may even be like Stark's AI Jarvis itself. Like Jarvis may get corrupted or something. And, you know, Jarvis controls fucking everything in his movies.
Yeah.
Everything that Stark's created, Jarvis can create the shit on his own. You know, because like Jarvis, he's like the AI that has complete manipulation of Stark's whole lab. So who knows what range he could do. So even if Jarvis himself gets corrupted. You know, but I got a feeling it's gonna come from Stark trying to make a replacement without actually becoming Iron Man again.
Yeah.
And I think it's gonna get so out of hand, they're gonna build up to the point where, you know, he has to make another arc reactor to make another suit. That's how I think they're gonna get him to come back. That's my theory. Is how the shit's gonna hit the fan.
Makes sense. I kind of have a feeling how the movie's gonna end. Like they'll probably either win or they'll break even. And at the end, they'll say we need to recruit more people, and then of course you'll probably see some extended cutscene with both Wolverine and Spider-Man. That's my guess.
So. Yeah. I'm hoping so.
Because those two right now are sort of the bigger Marvel heroes they're putting into the movies right now.
Exactly. You know, and that's the whole problem with the whole licensing problem. You know, Fox, who has the rights to the X-Men and our Wolverine, and Sony, who has the rights to Spider-Man. They being difficult about this shit. When both Hugh Jackman and Andrew Garfield would love to join the Avengers, Hugh Jackman even said he was like, I don't even see what the problem is. You know, let them split the tab 3 ways. It's 3 different studios.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like that makes sense. You know.
Yeah, but I mean, it's I guess it's technically less money that they might be getting into their pockets, so they don't want to risk it.
Yeah.
Let's just say, let's hope that they join.
Right. There you go. Third question is specifically for you, Rottz. Seems you got a fan.
Fanboy.
Damn, gotta be like that? Got insult a fan? Nah, but this question is specifically towards you. People like to tell me that in the more realistic settings, Batman doesn't need Robin. Now, you and I both know that's not true. Why do you think some people believe that the Batman franchise doesn't need Robin or Nightwing? Damn.
Did you disconnect?
I don't think so. Yellow.
I think he did.
Oh wow, it says he's still on the line. Well damn, your question put him in a coma. Well, I guess let me try recalling him. Either that or his mic shut off or something.
Probably.
Yeah. Well, I guess until he comes back, we'll ask this other question and then we'll get back to it.
All right.
This is a more anime question. This is from Sazori is Pro. Sorry if I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Could you possibly talk about your top 5 most hated Naruto characters from games, manga, or anime? I'm curious your opinion about this.
Top 5 hated?
Top 5 hated.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
There we go.
Yeah, now we can. There we go. Hey.
Shit, yo, man. I sat up too hard and the fucking mic came out, dude. But y'all go ahead and answer your question. I'll get back to it when y'all done.
You sure? Because we can go back and ask you the question again.
Go ahead, because this gives me enough moment to collect my thoughts.
Alright, well, one of my most hated Naruto characters is Shino. I hate Shino.
Yeah, I'm good with Shino. Shino's pretty bad.
No, my god, Shino is just a horrible character, man. I know you want to have that little awkward character in there, but come on, man, that guy's just horrible.
It's bad that he's awkward, but he's also moody, and that's just a bad mix.
Yeah. How you gonna be moody and you look like a loner?
Yeah, exactly. Except they're always no one likes me. No one wants me to join the fight. Nigga, get in there.
Well, bitch, talk. Do something.
hey, that's Naruto's weed, man.
Or more. I really like. What's up?
No, go ahead.
I was about to say, most of the characters in Naruto I really like. it's Shino that I really have a problem with.
Oh. I guess if we're gonna come from games and stuff, it would be Shino, Sasori. I hate Sasori. Datara. Trying to think of his name. Captain Yamato, and fucking.
Oh my god, that guy's horrible.
Yeah, Captain Yamato. I hate him everywhere across the board. And fucking Sakura. Fuck Sakura. How the fuck he gonna be useless for 3 years then suddenly become overpowered?
Hey man, she's been training with the fucking Tsunade, so.
Oh, training
It's
you
bound to
ass
happen.
and crying? That kind of training? Word?
I mean, it's bound to happen. She under Tsunade's tit the whole time for 3 years or so.
Nah,
so.
man, fuck that. You get that overpowered. Your ass been training under Akuma, yo.
And plus, she's been saving up chakra. Spoiler alert, but she's been saving up chakra behind her forehead, like Tsunade. So of course she's gonna be overpowered.
It's a shitty cop out to why she was so useless for 3 years. It's such a shitty cop out.
Well, they didn't really. She wasn't really useless after like the little time skip. She
Yeah.
became a medical ninja, and
She had one good fight.
the Sasori one.
Yeah, that was it. After that, she was like, "Oh, I'm done here." Okay.
Yeah, that was kind of a good fight. I like that fight. I've rewatched it a couple times.
Yeah, it's actually she can prove she can actually do something.
Yeah.
But I don't know. So yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of characters to hate. But if I had to hate something from the combination of games and the manga, it would be Datara, Sasori, Shino, Captain Yamato, and Sakura. Those are the 5 characters I can't stand. I will never play with.
Oh, and what's that one Jinchuriki's name? I think it's the Six Tails, the bubble guy.
Oh, the slug dude. I can't think of his name.
Yeah. I don't like that guy either.
Yeah, fuck that guy. How your weapon gonna be bubbles? Fuck that guy.
What about you, Rottz? You got any top 5 hated?
Honestly, I don't follow it enough to hate anybody. It's like I only keep up to date with it from when I talk to, like Brandon or other people. So I don't follow it enough to have enough people to hate. I just know a key thing.
So there you go. Hope you answered that question. Sorry if you didn't like it. Sorry.
Yeah, you ask a question, you get the answer.
Actually, I do got one more. What's that spider guy where they were chasing them, or when they abducted Sasuke? Kidimaru, I believe his name is.
Oh, the dude. Yeah, I can't think of his name. The spider guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
that motherfucker. I remember that asshole.
Fake ass mutant Spider-Man.
You know what? Actually, that whole team. That's my top 5. That whole team.
Damn, the whole team.
That bitch, that fat ass motherfucker.
Right.
Damn.
The bone Spider-Man.
No. The bone guy was Kimimaru.
Pale E
You
Honda
guys.
looking motherfucker.
Oh man. Well, last question for you, Rottz. Hopefully this doesn't put you in a coma again.
Yes. Sorry about that. It's just my heart stopped because the shit was so dumb. I don't get how you fanboy after some shit you don't understand.
The mind of a fanboy. We talked about that last episode. The mind of a fanboy is very strong.
Exactly, but in general, they're asking do I believe that
Batman basically need not Robin or Nightwing or anything like that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Batman needs his sons. They're his children now. They're not just his sidekicks. He's officially adopted each sidekick he had. So in general, they're all his children now. He needs them because he is a human being. If he didn't have them around, certain emotions he would be feeling would be multiplied, and he probably would have ended up not being Batman as efficiently as he can be, or what to say, he's seen something so horrid that he ends up killing somebody. Like they kind of anchor him, and I don't get how his hardcore fanboys they don't understand that, but yet they're quick to argue with me about how Batman can beat anybody and all that. But you don't understand this character. He is still a human being, He tries to brood all the time, but He doesn't necessarily do that because he has Alfred. Alfred be fucking with him all the time. So Alfred come in and mess with him, or Bruce trying to be serious, and Alfred forces his ass to go to sleep or something like that. It's like he in a way he needs company around, you know. And at the same time, it's not like he just seen random kids and brought them in. He's seen kids that were more or less going through the same struggle that he has, and he just brings them in and channels them to do good. In the way and also in the way he's building up a contingency plan for when he's too old to do this. He has a way to ensure Gotham still is safe. I really shouldn't have to explain this because you guys should understand. It's like this is the real Batman. This is the real Batman. He needs companionship. Otherwise, he will probably end up being no different than the villains he fight. The only difference is he'd probably be killing those who do bad. You know, it's like one of the key things about Batman's comics. Some of them he actually acts differently depending on the frame of mind he had. One of the most interesting ones is Batman issue 18, I believe, the one after Damian Wayne dies, and he's so messed up to the point where he's breaking everything he does about Batman, about how he operates as Batman. It's like there's one part where you read about a crook and that monologue, and like pretty much that Batman done went crazy. You know, he's appearing in daytime, he's reckless. You know, he's fighting people and he got stabbed in the back by a common thug. It's like he's not fighting straight because his emotions are running wild because his son is dead.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, he needs the companionship to anchor him down. I'm like, I don't get why I have to explain this, because if it was any of us and if we try to do the shit that Batman does completely alone and have no Alfred, shit would be done a lot different, you know.
You'd be forced to kill.
More or less, because there'll be nothing to mentally stabilize you. So that's my key thing with his sidekicks. They anchor him.
Keep him human. Keep him sane.
Exactly. So yeah. And that's a damn shame I need to say that because it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, but I mean, most people that are hardcore fans of Batman only watch the animated series, so they only see that one side of Batman.
Exactly, and you know, none of the cartoons have done a good job in showing just how true the relationship between Batman and Robin is, like how much like a father-son relationship it is, and how it helps both ends. You know, he's giving a child a place to stay, and he has somebody that looks up to him that anchors him.
Right.
Like man, you guys know Jason Todd, the Red Hood.
Yeah.
Even though he went evil, well, not necessarily evil, he's like in the middle. There's actually one comic where he has a dream about his fondest moment of being Robin, and it was a simple moment of he was too sick to go out on patrol, and Bruce got back, still in the Batman outfit, and they sat on the couch and ate popcorn, and like little shit like that. It's like he was looking after his son pretty much now.
Yeah. So I mean, in general, I mean, it keeps Batman being Batman. That's why you need your Robins, your Nightwings, stuff like that, because it keeps him being sane. It keeps him Batman.
Exactly. It's more than just having people fight with him. It's more so for the companionship and mentally how it stabilizes. And plus, what happens if somebody breaks his spine again, or something like that? You know, who the hell's gonna take over then? For some reason, the Justice League does not help Batman. They just will not. I've seen Gotham go to hell and back, and not even fucking Wonder Woman came to see what the problem was.
Yeah. I don't know. I think a lot of people think Gotham is a lost cause.
You know, there's actually a comic series where they cut Gotham out of the U.S. You know, they just got fed up with all the shit that goes on.
I'm not surprised.
I think it's called like No Man's Land or something. They just cut it right out the fucking U.S. Like, you know, Batman got to take care of this shit on his own.
But I believe that's it for Q&A. All great questions. Again, if you have questions of your own, just leave them in the comments below, and we'll get right to them. let's start off with the fun news now. Fun stuff. I guess on the plus side, we got some positive news for Xbox and Microsoft, since you guys seem to think we hate them. Starting off with probably the most important one. The Xbox One will now allow self-publishing. If you don't know what self-publishing is, it basically allows any developers to put their game on the Xbox without having to go through someone. This is good, simply because now the PlayStation came out with that, and that was one of the big separating points between the two. It was like, oh, well, this is going to be a indie developer-friendly console. Well, now, so with Xbox One. So you probably see games like Warframe and stuff like that coming over to it.
Yeah, to me it seems like Microsoft's trying to blur the lines between Microsoft and Sony about each console. You know, they don't want this console to be like this, and then the other console to be strictly indie support. You know, they're not trying to copy Sony, but you know they're trying to get more in tune with Sony. So then the selling point of the consoles would be basically the games, not just the hardware.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. It's definitely what it looks like now. And it's like I'm up here, I'm listening to you, man, and for some reason I keep hearing Billie Jean play in my head.
I knew he was gonna bring it up.
Like, I can't get it out of my head for some reason. It just came up all of a sudden.
Man, they're doing a lot of Operation Moonwalking right now, but
yeah,
I can't necessarily say it's a bad thing. They need to do some backtracking.
Yep, they gonna moonwalk all the way to that bitch launch, you.
I mean, if they want sales, they're gonna have to moonwalk or something.
Right. They got they got a whole Billie Jean performance to do.
They're only halfway through it.
Mm-hmm.
But
ain't through the second version yet.
Exactly. All in all, it's good news for people that like or for indie developers basically. And while on the subject of this kind of ties into the same thing. Every Xbox One will also be a development kit where regular people will be able to develop games on it as well, not just indie developers.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're trying to be an up-and-coming game designer or something like that, it's kind of cool that the console itself also is a dev kit, so you can actually try and make games that you can sell on there.
Yeah, realistically, this isn't for like the normal, everyday little gamer that gets on every now and then and plays the game. It's for the more advanced people.
Right, it's for the people that want to actually make this as a career. So, yeah, that's good. I actually like that. I applaud Microsoft for that. That's actually smart thinking.
Yeah, it's good to have it there.
I mean, oh shit, Stick's playing the song.
You know what? Throughout every time we talk about Microsoft, just play that. It's gonna be appropriate.
It seems like the right thing to do.
Yes.
But, oh god.
I'm not about to play the whole song. I was just waiting for the beat to kick in. Alright, I'm done. I'm done, yo.
Oh man.
5 seconds, I would have bursted out saying it.
Oh, that was great.
Yep. You know what? You right, man. We gotta play that. Whenever we talk about Microsoft doing something good,
just have it in the background.
Break it out. Oh man, but this is good news for them, and this is good news for people that want to take this seriously as a career. So, thumbs up, Microsoft. You're doing good. Got
another positive move.
Yeah, still got a long way to go, but yeah, good job. Thumbs up.
You know, people always told me, be careful what you do, man.
He just been spewing lines out Billie Jean the whole
Oh man.
Oh, alright, I'm done.
But I mean, if they would have took that advice like a couple months ago before E3, you know, that could have saved their ass.
Yeah.
I'm breaking young gamers' hearts, you know.
Oh. Next little piece of news here is apparently Microsoft will reintroduce, and I'm using air quotes on that, for the Xbox One at a press event. It's not saying which press event, but I'm pretty sure it's probably something. What's the next Microsoft press event they have usually going on throughout the year?
I don't know. I heard it was gonna be in like Europe or something.
Okay. Oh wait, shit! I forgot.
It's supposed to be some kind of convention over there.
There is actually, and I just saw it on Machinima. I think it's going to Germany or something.
Somewhere over there.
Yeah, so I think that's what it's gonna be.
See, that's what they know. They gonna get approval at fucking Germany.
Yeah. I mean, this is good. They need to show the new Xbox One, not the one they had at E3, not with all the ones with the DRM policies. They need to show this new Xbox One and what it can do now, you know, so they can still get that positive image back.
Yeah.
Good.
That's what they need right now is good press instead of that bad press they were getting for that whole month and a half or whatever after E3.
Yeah.
They need some good press now.
Big.
So them actually going out to new conventions and stuff, trying to promote it, that's good. Good move on them.
Yeah.
Some real good ass press because they would have butted everybody's jokes and shit. Yeah. Like I said, your competition was teaming up to talk about your ass.
Yeah, pretty much. Like they need this badly, simply because up till now, every time someone mentioned the Xbox One, someone's always had something negative to say about it.
I mean, everybody, and then Sony had a field day with that, man, with the posters, and then the YouTube video. This is how you share your game. You know, they took the motherfucker out the case and handed it to old boy here. Damn, y'all, that's cold blooded.
Like this would be good for them. They can use some good positive press, so they can promote their new console.
Now, one of the rumors I was hearing about was they might actually have a price cut.
I did hear about that as well.
So do y'all think that's viable, or
I
want
to say no, because the price cut would have to be taking out basically the Kinect, and that will cost for a whole system overhaul, because from what they've been saying, the Kinect is so much integrated with the Xbox One that you need both.
Yeah, I'm not believing that. I believe they could try to make the blow as soft as possible, but
like
to remove all the policies and cut the price, they're literally not going to be making a profit for like a year.
Exactly, especially for how much they say that the Kinect 2.0 costs. They need people to have it, so I could probably see them doing maybe a $50 price cut at most, but I think it's still going to be $4.99. What they need to do is you need to take that fucking bullshit out your ass and add a mic in, because as of now there's no dedicated mic for the Xbox One. They want you to use the Kinect to chat with your friends.
Fuck that.
Yeah, exactly. It's like no regular gamer is gonna sit there and want to yell into the Kinect. And how close the Kinect is gonna be to the TV? You know how much static and noise you're gonna get from the game?
Yo, clear across the room.
Man.
Yeah,
Nigga, I sniped you!
Nigga, that's a sniper around you. What did you say? Then you get shot. So no, you need to add a headset in there. Don't have people pay an extra $24 or $25 to buy a headset.
Man, you know what? See, man, little shit like that, man. Ain't nobody trying to talk to no. I mean, how the hell that sound, man? Your ass playing fucking Madden or some shit. Hey, Joe, you there? Yeah, what up, man? Shit. Yeah, I'm up here playing this Madden. Cause you know people gonna over yell it because you never really know how good it records you.
Exactly. I mean, they can say all they want, but we've seen it with the first Kinect and how bad the mic quality can be.
Oh man, they gotta fix that shit. You know, I don't care if they need like an exclusive mic from like fucking Beats or something. You know?
Hell, even one of those cheap mics they shipped out in the 360s would be fine.
Yeah, exactly. What they need to do though, and here's another thing, they need to allow third-party mics and stuff like that, third-party headsets, because as of now, no third-party headset can be used with it. So the people who got Tritons and Turtle Beaches and stuff like that, they can't use it on the Xbox One. So basically,
they need to do something, man. It's like they gotta meet me somewhere, man. They expect me to shell out cash for every little fucking detail.
Like, there's a rumor going around that they're gonna have some kind of adapter for it, but nothing's been shown or seen about it, so it's all speculation at this point.
You know, at this point with Microsoft, when it comes as a rumor, that normally means it ain't the case.
Yeah.
And even
I mean,
if
so far, rumors about Microsoft have been like very unreliable. Because we used to hear the littlest shit about this new Xbox system, and none of that shit was true. Right?
Yeah.
Ironically, what ended up really coming out ended up being worse than the damn rumors.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They doing all right now, man. They don't need to go from Billie Jean to they don't really care about us.
Oh shit.
Serious, man.
You and those Michael Jackson references, man.
They fit so well.
Yeah, they do.
But all in all, they're doing good so far. They just don't need to have these little things creeping up here and there that could potentially ruin sales.
Well, hell, sales were already ruined about a month and a half ago.
Yeah, but I mean,
it was getting that ass whooped. You know? That ass was getting tagged. You know?
I mean, to be fair, the pre-orders have gone back up, so who knows? I mean, and to be honest, even if they would have left the Xbox alone, it still would have sold because it's a fucking Xbox.
Yeah.
You would have held all your 13, 14-year-old, you know, Call of Duty 360 no scope. Speaking of Call of Duty, we'll get right on that next. But 360 whole
kids,
scoping.
man.
Yeah, basically all the kids will be getting the Xbox One. The parents don't probably know what the fuck's going on, so they just gonna get it for them so they can shut them up.
Yeah, the name alone is gonna sell.
You know, I always laugh at people don't want to hear shit. They just know it's Xbox. Yeah, I follow Xbox.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, this ain't no religion.
Oh, shh. Some people it's a god. But since we kind of touched into Call of Duty, this it pisses me off, but at the same time it's so stupid that you just want to laugh at it. Now, for those who don't know, COD developer, I'm trying to get his name. I can't think of his name right now, but I'll leave an annotation if I ever get his name. Oh, here it is, David Vonderhaar, or some fucking stupid name.
Colonel Vogan.
I think his name is David Vonderhaar or something like that. Apparently, after a
we're gonna call him Colonel Vogan.
There you go, much easier. Colonel Vogan, basically. After a Black Ops 2 patch that, I'll tell you the patch notes here. The AN-94 got a slight damage reduction, and both the DSR and the Ballista got a rate of fire and a reload reduction. Now, here's the reload reduction. From 0.2 to 0.4 seconds. So basically, instead of 1 second to reload, it's 1.1 second. See any difference there? Not really. Now, because of this, people went up in arms on Twitter, not only to give him death threats, but his family, his daughter, everybody he knows, just complete nasty.
Wow!
Like they just
fucking kidding me?
Exactly, like, you motherfucker, I hope your family die. I hope you die. You deserve to burn in hell. And all this other just,
Oh my god.
just nasty bullshit. And I kind of wish this happened when we was talking about fanboys, because this plays so well into it.
Man, man, ranting about fanboys is always passable. Because it's always gonna happen.
And like, and this even expands from fanboys to gamers in general. Like, there's a lot of good things that gamers do, from charity events to just helping out one another. But then you have shit like this happen, and it just shit covers all of that, all that good news, because this is what the press is gonna report on. Just sheer amounts of negativity, and it just makes us look bad. Like, it seems like we're just this rabid fan base that just wants to, you know, tear up everything, which isn't the case.
Oh my god, these kids, man.
That's basically what it is. It's kids venting out because they're stupid kids.
These kids are mad that they can't use the scrubby ass tactics anymore. That's all they really. Let's be honest. If you're getting mad about something like that, Your ass had a foolproof scrubby ass maneuver that just got fucked up because of that patch. Yo.
Yeah.
You need to play that shit like a G. Get some skill going, man.
Oh no, but no scope in 360 off the top of buildings, that takes all skill.
I'd like to start analyzing it right away.
But that's the only reason people get mad about something like that. They had a foolproof scrub ass plan that gave them hella kills, and now that shit got messed up, they pissed off, man.
Yeah. I mean, that was literally one of the tweets. Oh man, I can no longer do my 4 feet no scope 360s anymore. Fuck you, Colonel Bogan.
Learn how to play, motherfucker.
Right?
I can't stand people like that, man. Like, are you saying you complain about something that minor? That fucking minor.
Like, who's gonna notice in a laggy environment anyway? Because let's be honest, the Call of Duty franchise has lag issues. How are you gonna notice 0.2 of a second for reload time? Like, really?
Shit.
Like, it's so...
Take that shit more realistic. Get some damn cover. This Call of Duty, not fucking Quake, man.
Yeah, I mean, if it was Quake
not
or something.
Quake, man. What the fuck?
Yeah, if it's Quake or something, then yeah, stuff like that's gonna be important because that's a fast-paced game.
On fucking Quake, your ass almost never reloaded. You just picked up more shit, yo. Like I'm running out of bullets while I'm shooting. You about to step over some more bullets and reload it while I'm shooting at your ass. The bullets never end. Your ass you gonna play Call of Duty? Play that shit how it was made. Yo.
Yeah, and honestly, we was talking about this beforehand. Like, the fighting game community's bad. Like, they think it's stupid shit. Like, they're terrible to a certain degree. But the Call of Duty fan base just takes the cake. Like, when you send death threats to people's families, people who don't even have nothing to do with the patches, that's just the all-time low of just stupidity and scumness.
Oh, family can't even use social media because random people they don't even understand coming at them about this. And let me tell these motherfuckers something else. They're not gonna put it back.
Nah.
No, because now they know what you on. They know you be on some bitch shit.
Yeah.
So they're not gonna. If anything, that they may fuck you up and make it worse.
Like, I don't know.
See, man, I'll be an asshole. Like, all right, I'm gonna switch this bitch to 4 seconds, yo. 4 whole seconds, yo, to reload a damn gun.
Man, I don't know. It's ridiculous, and they really should be ashamed of themselves. Like, you shouldn't be allowed to pick up a controller anymore. You need to turn yourself into a cycle.
It's always from Call of Duty where the most ignorant shit in gaming comes from. You know?
Yeah.
Always, I always hear something like you guys ever heard about fucking game? It was one of the damn Call of Duty. There's so fucking many of them now. I don't know when the guy I guess they got something where you could create your own your own sign or your own flag or some shit. Some guy was making fun of the damn Sandy Hook school when all the kids got shot up and shit like that.
Zero, can you hear me?
Wow.
Call of Duty, man. Like, they'll do some shit like that. People make up racist ass flags and shit like that. It's horrible.
People are just stupid these days. Like, they don't think before they do anything anymore. I think that's what the problem is. Like, no one just thinks anymore. They just do shit just to do shit.
I used to have a habit of my brother would play Call of Duty online, and I'd get drunk and have a headset and just argue with people.
But I mean, that's in every online game. It's not just Call of Duty.
No, but it's worst.
It's at its worst.
It's at its worst in Call of Duty because you got little kids threatening to cut your throat at night. Fucking 6-year-old, I'll cut your fucking throat, man.
It's most kids that are playing that.
Yeah, and I think that's the problem. Like, these games are rated M for mature, but you have these 10, 11-year-olds playing the game and stuff, and their parents not monitoring them and stuff like that, so they get away with this bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'll be watching those. You guys don't watch those videos and like who be on Call of Duty trolling the little ass kids and shit?
I've seen a couple of them. Shit's pretty funny.
That shit be hilarious. They acting like they from a third party Microsoft company talking about, yeah, you got in trouble for hacking. We need to talk to your parents. And they gotta get a headset to their parent and shit.
Yes, we're troll art.
Yeah, fucking troll art, man. My favorite one is when they told old boy you won something. I think they said like, yeah, you just won something. We need to talk to your parent real quick. And he gave his headset to his mom, and they told his mom this motherfucker was hacking. he was doing all we about to ban his ass. Oh, and then what I understand, they be getting caught up, you know. Like the kids be, especially when they reiterate that the kids be saying ignorant stuff to their parent. Like that shit just had me cracking up laughing.
It's kind of a shame that you got to give troll people to actually do the right thing on Xbox Live.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I guess moving on from that before we just go on a whole tirade about that. Apparently, Fez 2 lead developer, let me see if I can find his name. I wish I could find their name. Like some of the articles I pull up, they don't actually have their name. I think it's
Phil Fish.
There, what's his name?
Phil Fish.
Phil Fish, thank you.
Phil Fish.
Yeah, apparently, yeah, it's a stupid name. Saying it out loud. But apparently he cancels Fez 2 after being called a tosspot and a hipster by Annoyed Gamer.
Oh my god.
What the fuck's a tosspot? Like, I've been called some shit in my day, but never in my life have I been called a tosspot.
Whatever it was, it must be fucking insulting, yo. If you cancel a whole game about that shit.
No. And to make matters worse,
Hold on,
go ahead.
I want to read a quote from this guy from one of his blogs. Fez 2 is canceled. I am done. I take the money and I run. This is as much as I can stomach. I'm like, what the fuck? That shit's crazy.
You need your
That's
ass
slimy
whooped.
shit.
You need your ass whooped.
Like, and it wouldn't be so bad if he was just canceling Fez 2. I mean, granted, that's still bad, but he's leaving game development entirely because he got his feelings hurt. Basically, that's what it is. He got insulted. He got his feelings hurt, so he's quit in general.
I've heard people get close to this, but I've never seen somebody do it.
Like, that is such a bitch move to do. Like,
He just rage.
What's up?
He rage quit. That's it.
Yeah,
He rage quit. That was it.
He rage quit his job, dude. And he rage quit his damn field, dude.
Like,
That's it. Fuck gaming, dude.
fuck all you motherfuckers, y'all calling me things like tosspot and shit. I'm going home.
Don't you ever in your motherfucking life call me a tosspot?
If someone knows what a tosspot is, please put it down in the comments below. I honestly have no idea what the fuck a tosspot is.
I am googling this shit as soon as we
Oh,
are
I
done.
got it right here.
Oh,
It's a British slang insult, which can mean, depending on the context, a drunkard, a masturbator, or an objectable person. What?
wow.
Oh, that still ain't even that bad, man.
Wow. But it's
Not
such a
that bad, dude.
it really is.
Yeah.
It's such a bitch move. And honestly, if something like this is upsetting you, then get the fuck out. Seriously, like, you don't even deserve to make games anymore.
No.
Because
You can't take a couple trolls, man. You shouldn't even be in the gaming community.
you really shouldn't, because honestly, I hate to say it, but the gaming community has a lot of trolls in it.
A lot.
You need some thick ass skin to be in this industry.
Exactly, because not only are you gonna get trolls, you're gonna get criticism. Like, if your game bombs, people are gonna tell you your game bombs. And if you can't handle stuff like that, then you shouldn't even be making games.
I'm telling you. Because if your game does bad, more than gets bombed, it gets used as like a staple point of comparing bad games.
Look at Duke Nukem Forever.
Mm.
Like, that's the perfect example. Like, seriously, you need to grow a pair of balls and just man up.
Telling you, man, like you can't handle it. You can't handle this. A couple of trolls? Are you serious? That you don't need to speak with.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the key thing I say about people talking about they can't. These people won't leave me alone. You don't need to look at this. You don't need to be on this site.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can end this shit right now by getting up and walking out the nearest door.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's over. It's over.
If people don't know, the only way a successful troll can be successful is if you let them be. Like, if you keep talking back to them and stuff, that's the only way they're gonna be successful. You walk out, it's like, oh shit, well this guy's done. I'll go move on to someone else.
Exactly. But you know, in this field, the entertainment field, where you either put yourself out there or creations from your mind out there to be reviewed by others, there's gonna be situations like that. If you're not ready for that, then man, you should I say it? Should I read?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Man, just beat it, man.
Oh man.
But yeah, but for real though, like if he's gonna be that much of a bitch like that, guys, I'm gonna meet up with y'all. We gonna go to his house and we gonna jump his ass, and we gonna make him give us the rights to Fez too. So we gonna finish it and we gonna make that money.
Like I remember the quote you just said a while ago, Adkins, and like he said, I'm just gonna take the money and run. Like really? He's gonna be that much of a bitch?
Give him that money, gonna beat his ass.
Like. People would have a lot more respect for you, and probably would have bought more copies of Fez if you would have went out and just said, you know what, fuck it, they can call me a tosspot or a hipster, I'm still gonna make Fez 2 because that's what you guys want. You know how many copies of games you would have sold from that alone? Like, I don't know, it's such a stupid thing to quit because someone called you names on Twitter of all things. It's fucking Twitter.
Twitter. Anybody can get at your ass on Twitter, yo.
Yeah.
I didn't have a small argument with Chris Brown on Twitter, yo. Me. I'm a nobody, yo.
Oh, Chris Brown. Oh, speaking of which, I know this has nothing to do with gaming whatsoever, and I apologize. But that dude's finally quitting music.
Straight up?
Yep, straight up. Apparently, after his next album, he's done. And it's basically for the same reason.
He folding under the pressure?
Exactly. Yep. He's getting tired of all the people saying, "Oh, I'm a changed man," even though I hit Rihanna so many times and stuff. I'm a changed man. I got a certificate.
That was his punching bag that night, man. He know better than that. That's just crazy.
But like,
I thought that was a fake picture when I first saw that. I was like, that ain't Rihanna.
Nah, that was Rihanna.
Sure.
That was Rihanna, man. She got
He gave
ass. He fucking zone one her ass.
Like, I know that has nothing to do with gaming, but I just had to throw that out there.
That's it. So yeah, he can get the fuck out of Dodge, man. Cause honestly, he hasn't surpassed since he debuted. Dude.
Yeah. But I guess moving on from that. But the moral of this is, if you can't handle criticism and the certain amount of trolling you're gonna get, you shouldn't be doing entertainment. Like, you need to go find yourself a new profession.
Yeah.
But coming out of the whole Microsoft news now, there's a little bit of Sony news, and this is considered a rumor as of now, so take this with a grain of salt. Apparently, out of the 8 gigabytes of RAM that the PS4 is going to have, 3.5 of that's going to be based on the operating system.
Wow.
Like, people make such a big deal out of this, and here's the thing. The Xbox 360 and the PS4, I don't even think they had a gig of RAM. Right? Like, I don't even think they had even a gig of RAM in those systems. Like, from what I remember, I don't think they had even a gig of RAM. So, for each one of these systems to have 8 gigs of RAM in them, even though maybe like 3 or 4 is not going to be used specifically for gaming, that's still a huge improvement.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah. Like, now you step into the realm of having, miniature PCs as, gaming consoles and stuff like that. You're stepping into that realm, so you're going to see a lot of improvement when it comes to game performance, graphics, gameplay, things you can actually do in the game. So, honestly, even if this is true, it's not really something to worry about.
I feel this is a bad case of somebody's digging too hard to try to make shit equal when it's really not that much of a big deal.
I think that's what it is too, because
somebody's so hard trying to find like a way to balance the scale. Like, you guys love Sony so much, look what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly, because it's basically around the same number that the Xbox One has been confirmed to use. They say, well, 3 gigabytes is going to be used for the operating system and things like that, and 5 is going to be used for games. So
If it's that much the same, what the fuck is the?
Yeah, like, what's the problem? It's basically the same thing anyway. So.
Either you're gonna get one or the other, nigga.
Yeah.
Like I don't get why people are still defending with these golden shields. Like I don't care which one you're gonna get. I know which one I'm gonna get.
Right. Like if you want to get the Xbox One because you like the Xbox One, then go ahead and get the Xbox One. But don't sit there and try and convince others of your purchase.
Exactly.
I don't know, but again, this is just a rumor, so you take it as you will. I honestly don't see a problem with it because it's still a huge improvement of what we have right now in terms of console.
Yeah, the whole point of the new console is supposed to be vast improvement of previous shit.
Right.
Yep.
But I think that will cover the last news report that came out in the past couple of weeks. Pretty sure as soon as this episode ends, something stupid's gonna happen. Like the game world will implode on itself, which needs to happen. And
it needs to, so it can rise from the ashes.
Matter of fact, consider that probably the next episode, because I think we all have a general opinion on this about the game industry as it is now and what needs to happen. But we'll save that for next episode.
All right.
So, before we step out of here, Rottz, I believe you wanted to bring something to our attention.
Oh yeah. Damn, man, I'm surprised you remember that. I forgot. Yeah. But all right, guys. Then jump back to the comic book news real quick. We all know there's a Batman and Superman movie coming. Well, actually, Batman's gonna be in Superman's next movie. And pretty much there's a big campaign going around, as to who the hell is gonna be Batman. Now, obviously, Hollywood's picking their brightest stars, pretty much. And they went through some pretty shitty decisions as far as people that are in the running. Because I've seen the Yahoo list, and a lot of people made me facepalm. Like, fucking Ryan Gosling. Can y'all picture this motherfucker as Batman?
No.
Okay, exactly. As Batman. Like, no, hell no. Anyway, me and a bunch of other people, we feel that the best candidate for Batman is this actor named Scott Adkins. He's this badass martial artist, which should go ahead and sell it already. He would be the first actor to have previous martial arts knowledge before even getting the role, if he were to get the role. And he kind of looks like Bruce Wayne a little bit. Only problem here would be the height. But long story short, a friend of mine has made a petition, and we would greatly appreciate it if you either sign the petition or simply go on Twitter and tweet hashtag Adkins for Batman, and pretty much get this going. I'm gonna have Brandon, if you wouldn't mind, would you I'll send you a link to one of his Scott Adkins fight scenes. Would you put it in the description?
Not a problem.
Alright, so yes, you can see, and like, let's actually have a Batman with all his bases covered. But because Scott Adkins haven't been in a lot of the biggest mainstream action movies, he can act though. It's just he's a very underrated actor, and I don't understand why he doesn't get much credit, because he ends up taking a lot of hassle off movie productions because he does his own stunts, and he's a martial artist, and he can act. I'm looking at this as saving money from getting like action doubles, stunt doubles, and shit like that. So pretty much I'd appreciate it if you guys check out the campaign, check out the fight, and you can definitely see Batman get done right. Because one thing about Batman, they have not in any of these movies got him right from a combat aspect as well.
I agree with that.
Like they show Batman drop in and fight some thugs or something like that, or fight somebody in general, but it's how they have him fight. They always have him fight with this whole bum rush style, and it looks fucking hilarious. But especially, oh man, the worst. And I know people gonna get mad about this. I don't give a fuck. Christian Bale's Batman was the worst Batman fighter I ever seen. This man This man was boxing the whole fucking time. This man, oh man. And it bothered. I can't fault Christian Bale for it, because he He's not a martial artist. He's just going through whatever he was coached to do and all that. But
Right.
still, Batman is one of those roles where it should be a prerequisite. You guys remember back in the day when Power Rangers used to be the shit, and to get on the show, your ass had to be a martial artist to get on the show. Otherwise, you couldn't even audition.
Yep.
This is one of those moments, you know. It's like I get tired of saying, and it's so easy with Batman because you can get a big name actor and it'd be a damn action double doing all this shit. George Clooney did none of the Batman fights. None of them. You know, if I could tell you the guy who did all the fights in Batman and Robin, Chris Casamas, and he played Scorpion in the first Mortal Kombat movie. He did all the fighting in that movie. So in aspect, I feel that I'm getting way off track here. But Scott Adkins, he can act, and he can kick ass, and I think that's good enough, man. Let's get Batman done right. But yeah, that's it. Adkins is Batman.
I respect that. I respect that. So that will also be in the link in the description below, along with all the news articles, as well as the channels that you should subscribe to. Each one of us has a channel. You should go there, subscribe, and watch the content. That'd be great.
Please.
We're begging you. No, we don't beg. Fuck that noise.
I need my views.
But that'll be it for this episode. Coming up next, we're going to be talking about how the game industry it either needs to evolve or it needs to collapse. That's basically what it's going to break down to.
Yep.
So, as always, this is Hero Stormwolf, Adkins and Rottz.
Yep. Rest in peace, Michael Jackson.
Oh, God.
I knew something else was coming.
So did I.
Hey, I mean, I dedicated this whole one to him. So shit. Rest in peace, man.
We'll catch you guys next week.
Later.
Peace.